So guys, we'll start our session today with listening. We will do section 3 and section 4 and test 4. We will go to test 4 in our listening material and we do section 3 and section 4. I'm going to skip sections 1 and 2 and you can do sections 1 and 2 at home because they are a little bit easy, or they are easy in fact. If you compare them with sections 3 and 4, they are easier than these. So we will do sections 3 and 4 together here. For sections 1 and 2, you can do them as assignment at home.
Are they required?
Yeah, because we are training to do real tests. So I recommend you do them at home. I recommend you do the whole test at home. I do the difficult part with you and you do the easy one because we do not have time to do everything here in this session.
Okay, I do them all, but I don't send them on the group or the.
That's fine. That's okay. That's totally fine. You can take like a screenshot and send them, or whatever way you can do. Okay, let's go to section 3. That's on page 27. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so the instructions here says write no more than one word and a number in each gap. And we have discussed that kind of instruction so many times before. Here, if we look at this table, what is this table about? Let's quickly have a look at this table. What is it about?
You are not sharing the screen.
Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. What is it about right now?
It's about the experiment and the results and why it has been done.
How many experiments are there?
5. So
yes.
now.
Yes, they are like
This meeting is being recorded.
there are like 5 experiments here. What information do we need to get from this table or for this table? What information is missing there?
The things that has been used and the purpose.
The purpose of the experiment and the materials used for each experiment.
Yes.
The materials used for each experiment and the purpose for each experiment. And they are like 5 experiments. Okay, can we write any kind of synonyms in the spaces here? Can you write any synonyms? Or you write the exact word you hear too?
It needs only one word.
I mean here, can you write a synonym for something you hear, or you have to write the word as it is?
You have to write exactly.
Yes, you have to write the exact word you hear. You have to write the exact word you hear. Yes, you will find the synonyms before or after the blanks, but as for the blanks, the missing answer here, you need to write the exact word as you read. Okay? Ready?
Yes.
Okay, so.
Now listen carefully and answer questions 21 to 26.
Hi, Sue.
Hi, Mike. So what happened to you last week?
Oh, I was sick with the flu. What's this I hear about a big assignment we've got to do?
Oh, well, basically, we've got to find 2 science experiments to do with a group of 8-year-old children at the local primary school. And we've got to complete it by the end of the week.
That sounds like hard work. Where are we supposed to get the ideas for these experiments from?
Well, I managed to get hold of 2 books from the library.
Oh, well done.
How about if we take a look at the experiments in this book first and see if anything looks suitable? I can make notes as we go about equipment and the purpose of the experiments.
Okay, let's see. The first experiment is called Make Your Own Hovercraft, which sounds very ambitious. Mind you, you only need 20 balloons and a table. You don't need any special engines or anything like that.
What do you do with it all?
You blow up the balloons and you balance the table on them, upside down, of course, and the kids get to ride around on it. You know, the other kids sort of push them around the room. The main purpose is to show how hovercrafts work and how things hover around on just a cushion of air.
Okay, that doesn't sound too bad.
Okay, ready for number 2?
Mm-hmm.
Now, this one is called Unusual Measures of Lengths, and you basically use lots of paper clips. The kids go around the class measuring things, you know, how long the desk is and that sort of thing. And then they all compare their answers. And basically, because not all paper clips are the same length, they should come up with some strange answers. It's supposed to demonstrate the importance of having fixed units of measurement.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Okay, now for number 3, you need rock salt or copper sulfate.
Oh, I'm not sure about that.
Well, just put down the rock salt then. Apart from that, you only need a jar of water. And basically you dissolve lots of salt into the water and watch the crystals form. So it basically teaches the kids about growing crystals.
Yeah, I suppose it would be nice to grow something. Let's move on and have a look at number 4.
Okay, this one is called Spinning Colour Wheel. It looks like you get some cardboard and draw a circle on it, divide it into 6 equal segments and colour each one in using different colours. Then you thread a piece of string through the middle.
So we'd need some string as well.
Yes, sorry, and you spin the wheel around, and if you can get it spinning fast enough, hopefully the colours all merge and show up as white.
Oh, I didn't know that. What's the principle behind it?
Well, it's pretty elementary physics, really. It teaches them about how white light or ordinary light is made up.
Well, that doesn't sound too bad. Now, there's only one more left in this book, isn't there? What does that one say?
Well, it's another one where they get to make something.
Sounds very interesting.
You need quite a lot of equipment, actually. A hand drill, an old record, a pin or needle, some paper, and a bolt.
Go on. What do they have to do?
Well, they basically make a record player. The main idea is to teach them about recording sound. But hopefully they'd also see that you need motion and an amplifier to make the sound heard.
Okay, well, it does sound interesting. Shall we go through all of those again and decide if any of them are going to be suitable?
Okay, so let's do the answers for this part before we move to the second part.
All right.
For 21, what was your answer?
20 balloons.
Yes, balloons, yes. They needed balloons and a table. For 22, to show how we need standard unit of
management.
It was measurements.
Measurements.
It was measurements. Measurement or measurements. Both are okay. What about 23?
Lots of salt.
It was the first word he said was rock salt. Rock salt. To show how grow.
Crystals.
Excuse me?
Crystals.
Yes, how crystals grow. For 25. String. Yes, even the woman repeated the word again. They said a string of thread, and the woman said string. He said yes, string. And for 26,
White light.
was the word light. Was the word light. How light is formed, or how they make light for that. Would you like to listen to it again?
No, I have one question.
Yeah.
To teach children about how is made up light. This is not grammatically correct.
How is made up, to teach children about how is made up. Yes, you are totally right. To teach children how light is made up. How
Yes.
light is made up. The space should be here after the word how.
Yes.
The space should be, yes, you're totally how, should be after how.
Alright.
Okay. In the real test, you will never find that kind of mistakes. This is a kind of printing mistakes or misprinting, but in the real test, you will never find that. Okay, I'm going to play it again for you, and let's listen to the same exercise again. Okay.
We've got to find 2 science experiments to do with a group of 8-year-old children at the local primary school, and we've got to complete it by the end of the week.
That sounds like hard work. Where are we supposed to get the ideas for these experiments from?
Well, I managed to get hold of 2 books from the library.
Oh, well done.
How about if we take a look at the experiments in this book first and see if anything looks suitable? I can make notes as we go about equipment and the purpose of the experiments.
Okay, let's see. The first experiment is called Make Your Own Hovercraft, which sounds very ambitious. Mind you, you only need 20 balloons and a table. You don't need any special engines or anything like that.
What do you do with it all?
You blow up the balloons and you balance the table on them, upside
So that was 20 balloons, or the balloons in the first one?
down, of course, and the kids get to ride around on it. You know, the other kids sort of push them around the room. The main purpose is to show how hovercrafts work and how things hover around on just a cushion of air.
Okay, that doesn't sound too bad.
Okay, ready for number 2?
Mm-hmm.
Now, this one is called Unusual Measures of Lengths, and you basically use lots of paper clips. The kids go around the class measuring things, you know, how long the desk is and that sort of thing. And then they all compare their answers. And basically, because not all paper clips are the same length, they should come up with some strange answers. It's supposed to demonstrate the importance of having fixed units of measurement.
Mm.
It's supposed to demonstrate how a standard or fixed unit of measurements.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Okay, now for number 3, you need rock salt or copper sulfate.
Oh, I'm not sure about that.
For number 3, you need rock salt.
Well, just put down the rock salt then. Apart from that, you only need a jar of water. And basically, you dissolve lots of salt into the water and watch the crystals form. So it basically teaches the kids about growing crystals.
Yeah, I suppose it would be nice to grow something. Let's move on and have a look at number 4.
Okay, this one is called Spinning Colour Wheel. It looks like you get some cardboard and draw a circle on it, divide it into 6 equal segments and colour each one in using different colours. Then you thread a piece of string through the middle.
So we'd need some string as well.
Yes.
That was a string.
Sorry, and you spin the wheel around, and if you can get it spinning fast enough, hopefully the colours all merge and show up as white.
Oh, I didn't know that. What's the principle behind it?
Well, it's pretty elementary physics, really. It teaches them about how white light, or ordinary light,
How light
it is made up.
is made up.
Well, that doesn't sound too bad. Now, there's only one more left in this book, isn't there? What does that one say?
Well, it's another one where they get to make something.
Sounds very interesting.
You need quite a lot of equipment, actually. A hand drill, an old record, a pin or needle, some paper, and a bolt.
Go on. What do they have to do?
Well, they basically make a record player. The main idea is to teach them about recording sound. But hopefully they'd also see that you need motion and an amplifier to make the sound heard.
Okay, well, it does sound interesting. Shall we go through all of those again and decide if any of them are going to be suitable?
Okay, before we move to the second part, Before we move to the second part here of this exercise, in this second part, it's like a kind of matching experiment. You are going to describe each experiment, experiment 1, 2, 3, and also 4 and 5. You are going to describe them. Here in this exercise, do you think that you are going to hear the exact word in the missing blanks here, or you will get like a kind of synonyms here to help? What do you think?
Synonym.
Yes, in this part, most probably he is not going to give you the exact word, but he will give you like a context or a synonym from which you can deduce the right answer or can get the right answer. Okay, so as long as it's a kind of synonyms or providing you with a context, what is the best strategy to do this exercise? Is it to look at the options here and choose right away, or to take notes, write notes for synonyms and think later? What do you think?
Take notes about
Yes,
Yeah, I think take
in
notes.
fact, the best advice for you, the best practice here in doing or approaching such a kind of question is to write down notes or take down notes. You are going to write down like synonyms that will help you find the right word. But if you are focusing or looking at the options and would like to get the answer straight away, in fact, you will get lost. You will get lost. So my advice for you for that part is to take notes, write down synonyms. He's going to describe or give a comment for each experiment here, and take notice of or be mindful for the signaling words or for the transitional words. Usually the first speaker would say something, the second speaker may agree or may disagree, so be mindful to that trick. Right? The first speaker may describe the first experiment as a kind of exciting, but the second speaker would say something like, I disagree, or I have another point, and so on. So be mindful to the signaling words or the signposting words we talked about last session. Okay? Clear? Excuse me?
Can I ask a question?
Okay, go ahead.
When you told us about the homework, I think you started mentioning that those continuations of the test as homework in the last session. You started mentioning them as homework then, right?
Okay, that's right. But here, Yusuf, let's be focusing on the task we are doing right now. We do not want to get distracted with other.
What will I do? I'm just confused, and I'm starting to write my schedule, so I'm kind of confused.
Okay, so we can discuss that at the end of the session, but here we need to be concentrating on the tasks that we have in our hand. Do not get yourself distracted with other tasks, okay? Okay, so guys, here you will need to write down notes.
To hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 27 to 30. Now listen and answer questions 27 to 30.
Right. Number 1. I thought this one sounded nice. There'd be lots of activity, and it doesn't need too much in the way of equipment.
Yes, that's true, but don't you think it's a bit risky to get a group of 8-year-olds pushing each other around a classroom like that? Well, someone could get hurt. No, I don't like the sound of that one at all.
Maybe you're right.
What about number 2, with the paper clips? It sounds tame enough.
Yes, a bit too tame, if you ask me. I think it needs to be something a bit more active and interesting than that, don't you?
Yes, I suppose you're right. We won't get a very good mark if the children don't actually enjoy the experiments. And I suppose we could turn them off science for good. Well, what about the next one, number 3?
Now, I quite like the idea of this one.
Yes, so do I. But I seem to remember when we did it at high school, we had to wait up to a fortnight before we saw any halfway decent results.
Oh, yes. Well, that won't be any good then. We'll only see the kids for 1 or 2 hours at the most.
Yes, and we have to do the experiments and write up our results within a week. So that one won't do at all.
Okay, well, what did you think of number 4?
I like the idea of it, but do you think it will be a bit elementary for them?
Well, they are only 8, you know.
I know, but you know what I mean. Don't you think the activity itself is a bit babyish?
Maybe you're right.
They might have fun, but I mean, cutting out a circle and colouring it in.
Okay. Well, what about number 5?
I thought this one sounded a bit too good to be true. Great equipment.
Yeah.
But don't you think it's a bit ambitious for this age group? I mean, I don't want to start off something and then have to abandon it if they just can't cope with it. I could see us ending up doing just about all of the work for them.
I guess you're right. Oh, well, maybe we could store that idea away for later.
Yep. Let's hope this second book has something better.
That is the end of section 3. You now have half a minute to check your answers.
Let's check our answers.
Yes. For experiment 1.
Dangerous.
He said the word risky. Risky means too dangerous.
Dangerous.
Describe that as risky. And risky means too dangerous. Okay, for experiment 2.
Boring.
B. Boring.
Yeah, it's boring. You said it needs to be more active. I said it's too tame and needs to be more active. So that means it's boring. Boring is letter B. Yeah. What about 3? Experiment 3.
Too long.
Yes.
Too long. C.
It's too long. You
Need a
described it
long
as
time.
yes, long time. So too long. And for F is given for you. For experiment 4, F is given already. So for experiment 5.
C.
C was
C.
what? Yes, it was C. Why did you choose C here? What did they say that make you choose C?
Elementary.
Elementary.
For the elementary, they were talking about 4. For the elementary and beige, they were talking about experiment 4. But here, it's for experiment 5. What did they say for 5?
5.
They said something that they cannot cope with that. It's like too ambitious and they cannot cope with that. And she said, I don't want to start something and end up doing it myself and not the children.
Too difficult.
Yeah, so that means it was too difficult for them. I'm going to move back forward. I'm going to move back here a little bit. Update again.
About all of the work for them.
I guess you're right. Hours at the most.
Yes, and we have to do the experiments and write up our results within a week. So that one won't do at all.
Okay, well, what did you think of number 4?
I like the idea of it, but do you think it will be a bit elementary for them?
Well, they are only 8, you know.
I know, but you know what I mean. Don't you think the activity itself is a bit babyish?
Maybe you're right.
They might have fun, but I mean, cutting out a circle and colouring it in.
Okay. Well, what about number 5?
I thought this one sounded a bit too good to be true. Great equipment.
Yeah.
But don't you think
Notice the word but. Notice here the word but. But what?
it's a bit ambitious for this age group? I mean, I don't want to start off something and then have to abandon it if they just can't cope with it.
They can't cope with that. I have to abandon it.
Could see us ending up doing just about all of the work for them.
I guess you're right.
She will end up doing all the work for them. He said, I guess you're right. So that means it's too difficult for them.
Oh, well, maybe we could store that idea away for later.
Yep. Let's hope this second book has something better.
Okay, can I
That
ask
is
something?
the end of section 3.
Yes.
Why number 4 is not too easy?
Number 4 is already given. So he chose F. That's too easy because he said it's elementary and babyish. He used the word babyish.
No, Yusuf said something else.
Yusuf mixed it between 3 and 5.
Ah, okay.
It's not confused between 4 and 5.
Okay, sorry.
It was for 4 and it's already given for you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so we move to section 4 here. write no more than one word and a number, or one word or a number in each gap. Let's first skim this exercise to get an idea about what the conversation is going to be about. It's going to be about what? What is it about?
A shark in Australia.
That's a shark in Australia. And they need to find the length. It's already given, the length of the shark, the weight. Heaviest is what? Which one is the heaviest shark maybe? How many kilograms is that? Skeleton, cartilage, we do not find anything for skeleton. For the skin texture, rough barbs, it's okay, no missing information here. But for the swimming aids, they have fins and what to help them swim. Fins and what to help them swim. For food, they gather from the ocean. Where do they get their food from? From the ocean what? Sharks locate food by using their sense of. And how do they locate their food? These are the kind of the information that we need to find. Okay. As we said before, for section 4, do they divide it into 2 parts? In the real test, do they? No, for section 4, they do not divide into 2 parts. They are going to, the audio will be running for the whole exercise as just one block. So you need to find the answer in one go. You are going to listen to all of the exercise in just one time and in one go. It's not divided in 2 sections like the other exercises.
So it's the schedule and the multiple choice questions, right?
Yeah, excuse me?
The audio is gonna, and we're gonna answer the questions of the schedule and the multi-choices questions, right?
Yeah, yes, in one time, just in one go, But here, usually when you have 2 different questions like that, there will be like a noticeable pause in the conversation between the table and the multiple questions, the second part of the question. You will notice like a noticeable pause, there will be a noticeable pause in the conversation.
Okay.
Okay. For here, for the missing answers in these blanks, as we have just said, you are going to write the exact word that you hear. No synonyms here. The synonyms may go before or after the blanks, but for the missing word, you have to hear it, the exact word as it is, and write it as it is. But for the second part here, for the choices here, what happens here? Here again they come to the synonyms and the paraphrasing of the answers. So it will be a little bit difficult. Okay, so for that second part, you still need to write down or take down quick notes if you can. Okay, so let's play the audio.
You now have half a minute to check your answers. Now turn to section 4. Section 4. You'll hear a lecturer talking about the meshing of sharks in Australia. First, you have some time to look at questions 31 to 40. Now listen carefully and answer questions 31 to 40.
Today, we're going to look at one of my favourite fish, the shark. As you know, sharks have a reputation for being very dangerous creatures, capable of injuring or killing humans. And I'd like to talk about sharks in Australia. Sharks are rather large fish, often growing to over 10 metres, and the longest sharks caught in Australia have reached 16 metres. Sharks vary in weight with size and breed, of course, but the heaviest shark caught in Australia was a white pointer. That weighed 795 kilograms, quite a size. Sharks have a different structure to most fish. Instead of a skeleton made of bone, they have a tough, elastic skeleton of cartilage. Unlike bone, this firm, pliable material is rather like your nose and allows the shark to bend easily as it swims. The shark's skin isn't covered with scales like other fish. Instead, the skin's covered with barbs, giving it a rough texture like sandpaper. As you know, sharks are very quick swimmers. This is made possible by their fins, one set at the side and another set underneath the body, and the tail also helps the shark move forward quickly. Unlike other fish, sharks have to keep swimming if they want to stay at a particular depth, and they rarely swim at the surface. Mostly they swim at the bottom of the ocean, scavenging and picking up food that's lying on the ocean floor. While most other animals, including fish, hunt their prey by means of their eyesight, sharks hunt essentially by smell. They have a very acute sense of smell and can sense the presence of food long before they can see it. In Australia, where people spend a lot of time at the beach, the government has realised that it must prevent sharks from swimming near its beaches. As a result, they've introduced a beach netting program. Beach netting, or meshing, involves setting large nets parallel to the shore. This means that the nets on New South Wales beaches are set on one day and then lifted and taken out to sea on the next day. When shark netting first began in 1939, only the Sydney metropolitan beaches were meshed. These beaches were chosen because beaches near the city are usually the most crowded with swimmers. 10 years later, in 1949, systematic meshing was extended to include the beaches to the south of Sydney. As a result of the general success of the program in Sydney, shark meshing was introduced to the state of Queensland around 1970. The New Zealand authorities also looked at it, but considered meshing uneconomical, as did Tahiti in the Pacific. At around the same time, South Africa introduced meshing to some of its most popular swimming beaches. When meshing began, approximately 1,500 sharks were caught in the first year. However, this declined in the years that followed, and since that time the average annual catch has been only about 150 a year. The majority of sharks are caught during the warmest months, from November to February, when sharks are most active, and when both the air and the ocean are at their maximum temperature. Despite quite large catches, some people believe that shark meshing is not the best way to catch sharks. It's not that they think sharks are afraid of nets or because they eat holes in them, because neither of these is true. But meshing does appear to be less effective than some other methods, especially when there are big seas with high rolling waves and strong currents, and anything that lets the sand move. The sand that's holding the nets down. When this moves, the nets will also become less effective.
Okay.
That is the end of section 4. You now have half a minute to check your answers.
Okay, for 31.
195.
It was 795. Yes, 795.
I did not write anything down.
Not write anything else?
I did not write anything down.
It was just a number. It was just a missing number only. Because he said you write a word or a number. So a number is okay.
Yeah.
For 2, fins and
Tail.
Tails, yes.
No, just tail. Just tail.
Fins and tails.
They are
But
blue.
they have one tail.
Fins and
They
tail.
have multiple fins and one tail, so fins and tail.
I hear the tails because here is not talking about one shark. It's talking about sharks in general.
The whole sharks in Australia.
Yeah, no, they have tails. Sharks have tails.
Yes.
Okay.
Gathered from the ocean. Huh?
Floor.
Yeah, floor. Yes. And their use their
Sense of smell.
smell. Yes, good job. Okay, sharks meshing nets uses nets laid
Along the coastline.
He said in the conversation parallel to the shore. He said in the conversation parallel to the shore. Parallel to the shore means along the coastline. Along the coastline. That's a parallel to the shore.
Means along. Parallel means along too.
Yes.
I know
Other
that.
places that have taken up shark meshing include
South Africa.
South Africa,
Yes, he's talking about other places. Yes, although he spoke about what happens in Australia and he mentioned some parts in Australia, but the question is asking about other places, not inside Australia.
He also mentioned New Zealand.
Was Africa.
He also mentioned New Zealand, but he said that they considered it, but they did not do it.
In New Zealand, they found it uneconomical. They said it was uneconomical, so they.
Yeah, but they considered it.
They did not consider it for being uneconomical for them. So only South Africa adopted it. For the average number of sharks caught each year.
150.
No, he's asking. At first they caught 1,500 at first, but each year the question is about what happens
150.
each year. It's 150.
Yeah.
As for 115, that happened only in the first year. But the question is not asking about how many sharks they caught in the first year. It's asking about how many sharks are caught each year. Each year it's 150. Most sharks are caught in
summer. Or spring.
How could you know it was summer? Because he did not say it was summer. Yes, the right answer. How could you know it?
Because he said when the ocean was their maximum heat, and heat is usually assigned to summer.
Yeah, exactly. That it is. He said they caught it while the water is at its maximum temperature. Maximum temperature means the summer. Choose two letters. Which two factors reduce the benefits of shark nets?
Moving sands.
Strong waves, the currents, and too many fish.
Not too many fish. Strong waves and currents, that's okay. And moving sands. That was the second part of the right answer. We could hear the right answer after the speaker said, but what makes the nets less effective? He said something like that, but what makes the nets less effective is. Okay, boy, now we come to the end of the listening part and we move to the speaking part. The second part of our session will be for speaking. Okay, for section 1 and 2, please do them as homework, and I'm going to send you the audio. You can do it at home.
But you made us do section 1 and 2.
1 and 2, sections 1 and 2.
We did them here. The speaking or.
Well, I'm not talking about the speaking. I'm talking about the listening, not speaking. For the listening, we have finished sections 3 and sections 4 for the listening. For sections 1 and 2 in the listening, in this test, do them as a kind of homework.
Okay.
Okay.
What's going to be doing?
That was the question or the assignment I gave you last time. I asked you to choose a topic and talk about it. Who is ready to start sharing his answer or her ideas with us? I'm listening to you. Only Yusuf is raising his hand.
I generally spoke about the thing I liked, like you told me in the first session, but that was for the video. So, are you asking about the video or are you asking about the session?
About this part, this question. Is it in what way does fashion affect different aspects of our daily lives? That was your homework. What
Alright.
makes people follow the fashion? To what extent does how we address, how we dress indicate who we are?
Yeah, that I can answer the question now.
Okay, Yusuf, I'd like to hear to get the answer from other people, please. Let's have the answer from Ala. Ala, are you ready to share your thoughts? Who's ready, guys, other than Yusuf? If you are ready, please raise your hand. Okay, the only person raising his hand is Yusuf. Okay, Yusuf, go ahead.
All right. So, is our first question: fashion affects many aspects of our life. Because since people now are beginning to show discriminatory behavior towards people that are dressed in a more casual or non-professional way, as the people dressed in professional ways, however, are being associated with having money or having a large prestige. While many people follow fashion to the absolute limit, not going out unless they're going out in their best clothes, which I think is kind of stupid. Unless you're going out on an important meeting, you should not wear fashion to the absolute limit, since you can't find a guy going to the grocery store in a tuxedo, because that just lunatic behavior, and we follow it to the maximum extent, so people could give us prestige in the discriminatory world, but rather that is very dumb, because the extent is really large. People discriminate against each other because of a principle that was not set by one specific person, but rather effectively passed down on generations.
Okay, great. Thank you, Yusuf, very much for your participation and your talk here. I need other people, please. Mariam. I need a person who can discuss this point in something like 2 minutes.
Which point?
Any of this, talk about fashion. How does fashion affect your decision to buy or not? What makes people follow fashion? Express
Okay, I'd like to talk about the fashion one.
Okay, no problem. I am expecting a 2-minute answer from you. Go ahead.
Okay, should I read it, then I give my opinion, or both of them?
You can express your opinion, yeah?
Okay, so I think fashion is a good way for people to express their personality and creativity. And I don't think that we should buy new clothes every time a trend changes. Like we just keep maintaining the flow and following everyone what they are doing. And so we need to buy fewer clothes, but with a high quality is better for our budget and for the environment, of course. So I think that we need to have our taste in the thing that we're gonna buy, not just following each other blindly.
And how dress indicates who we are.
It's like when we see somebody wearing like so black and like things that they are ambiguity, You know, we think that, oh my God, he's so ambitious.
Mm.
And when someone wearing so luxury and so class, we feel like, oh, he's so classic one. So the things that they wear, they show what they are in their real life, their personality.
Do you buy things to keep up with Jones? With the Jones?
Sometimes the things that I like.
Like?
For example, the new hijabs that they came out, they call it the Thailandia one, I think. It's cute, but not for all the occasions or all the events. Like it needs something like not the daily one, not for daily use, just for specific cases, and so on for each piece that we buy that it's a trendy. I don't think that it matched daily use sometimes, but people, I think they wear it because it's trendy and it's just fashion. I think
how do you expect what will happen in the future for the dressing code of people? What do you think will affect people's decision in the future for choosing their clothes?
I think they won't have an opinion because they are just following the trend blindly, and they don't like put their don't we after doing something we put the last touches. They don't even put the last touches. They just copy and paste it on themselves. Just they don't have their personal touch on it.
Don't you think that people will consult like AI to choose for them the right style of clothing?
Now? No. I don't think so. In the future, maybe. Like maybe they're gonna just look out for a good outfit. Maybe. I think I found an apps used by AI. They give the AI what the pieces that they have in their closet, and the AI give them outfit from the pieces they have. I found something like this lately.
Great, thank you very much. You know, this way you could give a speech for like more than 3 minutes.
Thank you.
You're doing great job. In fact, the only mistake I noticed here is the pronunciation of the word clothes. You said clothes, and that's
closet. Sorry,
yeah, it's not closet. You know, it's a cloth.
Yeah.
No, it's one of the most common mispronunciation for people. But take care of that. It's a clothes, not clothes. Okay, thank you very much for that. Any other person would like to take part here or share his thoughts, guys? His or her thoughts.
Okay, can I?
Yes, Anissa. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. In my view, fashion is not just about what we wear, it's a powerful social force. As the text suggested, it influences all aspects of our lives, from the food we choose to the way we decorate our homes. It reflects our desire to fit and be perceived as modern. Also, fashion affects our choices in three main ways: lifestyle choices, financial decisions, and human nature. Um, at the end, to sum up, fashion acts as a silent language. It shapes our identity and daily behavior while it drives consumption. It also makes us part of wider community that shares similar tastes and values.
Okay, good job. Okay, thanks a lot for that. But take care of the pronunciation of two words. The word financial, you said financial. It's financial, not financial. And the same mistake happened for the word social. You said social, it's a social. So take care of that. Social and financial, not social or financial. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Brett, for that. Okay, let's move on to another exercise. I think last time we stopped at exercise 5. Was that? I believe we stopped at exercise 5.
Yeah.
Okay, for exercise 5, listen to 3 people answering questions on the topics in one. Identify which topic they are discussing and write the question they are answering in the spaces below. In fact, this exercise is related to the topics here. Shopping habits have been changed by globalization. Shopping can be a form of relaxation. The internet will eventually mean the end of the shopping as we know it. People worldwide are becoming more materialistic. Shopping today is a less personal process than shopping in the past. The purpose of advertising is to inform people about what's available. Discarded packaging is causing serious environmental problems. Shopping in local markets is preferable to shopping in big stores. In fact, we are going to listen to 3 speakers discussing the 3 topics of these, like 8 topics. Your task is to find out which topic they are discussing and what questions they are answering. Just write down the questions you will listen or you will hear in the conversation.
Unit 3, page 27. Speaking skills. Exercise 5. Speaker 1.
I suppose that the main difference is that it's set up to be a lot more convenient. It's easy to go and park up at the supermarket and get all your shopping in one go. I know a lot of people don't approve of that. Nevertheless, from my point of view, it's a really good thing. I can save time.
Speaker 2.
Okay, before we move to speaker 2, what question that speaker was answering? What do you think? It was a topic out of this. He was, in fact, answering shopping in local markets or shopping in big stores. He was talking about shopping in local markets or shopping in big stores. Okay, listen to the second speaker.
To my mind, we worry far too much these days about what things are wrapped in. It's all about marketing, really. Some customers expect to buy their toothpaste tube in a box, but what's the point? It seems to me that we need to change attitudes about this.
Speaker 3.
What do you think is speaker 2 talking about?
Buying toothpaste in a box.
So she's talking about discarded packaging. Discarded packaging. What happens for discarded things? She was discussing that. Let's move on to 3.
Well, from my point of view, it's completely the opposite. It just gets me stressed. But I know for a lot of people, it's a form of leisure activity. They'd rather wander around a shopping centre than go to a park or the beach. Personally, I think it's a really odd attitude.
What the last one's talking about?
Unit 3.
If shopping is a form of relaxation.
Yes, shopping as a form of relaxation. Okay. Listen to them again. The first speaker will discuss shopping in local markets or shopping in big stores. The second speaker will discuss talking about this discarded packaging. And the third speaker will talk about shopping as a kind of relaxation.
3, page 27. Speaking skills. Exercise 5. Speaker 1.
I suppose that the main difference is that it's set up to be a lot more convenient. It's easy to go and park up at the supermarket and get all your shopping in one go. I know a lot of people don't approve of that. Nevertheless, from my point of view, it's a really good thing. I can save time.
Speaker 2.
To my mind, we worry far too much these days about what things are wrapped in. It's all about marketing, really. Some customers expect to buy their toothpaste tube in a box, but what's the point? It seems to me that we need to change attitudes about this.
Speaker 3.
Well, from my point of view, it's completely the opposite. It just gets me stressed. But I know for a lot of people, it's a form of leisure activity. They'd rather wander around a shopping centre than go to a park or the beach. Personally, I think it's a really odd attitude.
Okay, for exercise 6, we are going to listen to the same conversation again, but in this time we need to write down what each speaker used to express his point of view. What are the expressions that each speaker used to express his or her point of view? Okay, clear?
Yes.
For each speaker, there will be like a kind of two expressions. Each speaker is going to use two expressions to express his point of view. What are they? Write them down.
Unit 3, page 27. Speaking skills. Exercise 5. Speaker 1.
I suppose that the main difference is that it's set up to be a lot more convenient. It's easy to go and park up at the supermarket and get all your shopping in one go. I know a lot of people don't approve of that. Nevertheless, from my point of view, it's a really good thing. I can save time.
He used two expressions to express his point of view. What are they?
Convenient.
He started saying, I suppose. I suppose that. That was the first expression he used. And at the end of his conversation, he said, from my point of view. Okay. Listen to the second speaker.
Speaker 2.
To my mind, we worry far too much these days about what things are wrapped in. It's all about marketing, really. Some customers expect to buy their toothpaste tube in a box, but what's the point? It seems to me that we need to change attitudes about this.
Speaker 3.
For speaker 2, he started saying,
To my mind.
To my mind, yes, to my mind. And
about. It's all about.
It seems to me that. Third speaker.
Well, from my point of view, it's completely the opposite. It just gets me stressed. But I know for a lot of people, it's a form of leisure activity. They'd rather wander around a shopping centre than go to a park or the beach. Personally, I think it's a really odd attitude.
It's a really odd.
From point of view, personally.
My point of view.
And personally.
Personally?
And personally, yes. So these are a kind of expressions that we can use to express our point of view instead of using or keeping repeating the word from my point of view. We can use synonyms like I suppose that, to my mind, it seems to me that, personally I think, and so on. Okay, I'm going to skip exercise 7 and 8. We already discussed exercise 8. And we move to exercise here, exercise 10. Pronunciation emphasis. The pronunciation. Read these opinions about advertising. Underline the main stress in the phrases in italics. The phrases in italics. In my view. There is a word which is stressed. Is it in or my or view?
View.
Okay, do we say in my view? Is it in my view or in my view or in my view?
In my view.
So which one is stressed?
In
my, yes. In my view. We say in my view. So the stressed word here is my, not view, not in. The second one, is it to my mind or to my mind or to my mind?
My mind.
To my mind.
Which word is stressed?
Mind.
To my mind, because here you are expressing your own thoughts, your beliefs, so you stress the word that refer to you. To my mind. It seems to me that advertising.
To me.
To me, yes. Seems to me.
How?
Seems to me that advertising does more harm than good. And
I don't get it. How?
My impression.
Is that the last one? Is that my impression or my impression?
Impression.
Yes, we say my impression. We stress the word my because we are expressing our point of view.
Yes, you're talking about your thoughts and your mind, I think.
It's the same exercise. We're going just to listen to it. Listen to the
about pronunciation.
review your answers through listening.
Unit 3, page 28. Speaking skills. Exercise 12. A.
In my view, there is too much advertising on television.
B. To my mind, advertising is fun. C.
It seems to me that advertising does more harm than good.
D.
My impression is that most advertising is misleading.
Clear?
That's right.
Okay. Give your opinion on this statement using the phrases below. Okay. I'm going to listen to each one of you discuss. You choose a certain topic and talk about it. Give your own opinion about any of these topics. Internet shopping is a great thing. What do you think? Fashions change too quickly. Excessive packaging of products like groceries should be prohibited. Shopping is hard work. Choose a topic and talk about it, and I expect like at least 1 minute talking or discussing any of these topics. Okay? We will hold on for just 1 minute for every person to be ready. Then I'll listen to several people here. I'll choose several people to discuss these topics. You choose the topic that you like and be ready with it. Okay, who's ready? Other than you. Ala.
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
I'm gonna discuss internet shopping, the great thing.
Yeah. Yes, we're listening.
Internet shopping is trending right now. All of us is talking about it. It's viral. It's very wide. Yeah. It's in very place and in every country, and all of us shopping on the internet. Shopping on the internet is a great thing. Yes, I agree. Because in a busy schedule, it's a very great option to take what you need over the internet without doing other tasks by going to do shop. I see it's a very great option, and it will lead to new jobs, new options, and also to new things to avoid.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Ala. But let's discuss how to structure a talk in order to be able to give a speech for a prolonged time or a prolonged period. How can we structure our talk? I'm just discussing it with you right now.
Okay.
First, to give like a general statement talking about shopping in general. General statement. Talk about the shopping in general. Then you go to answer the question. Answer your direct question. Okay, and you need to give explanations with examples. If you find yourself still short of time and you need to give more ideas, you can still think about what happened in the past, what's happening right now, and what may happen in the future. It's like comparing shoppings here, past, present, and future. And at the end with a conclusion, saying in my opinion, or try to give like summing up at the end, summing up for your ideas. Sum up your ideas at the end. Okay, in this way, if you follow that way, you will find yourself able to give like a speech for 2 minutes or so.
So now we rewrite the thing that we want.
Thank you very much.
Would you like to write this? Okay,
no, I mean, should we rewrite the thing that we wrote?
You need to do, excuse me, I couldn't get that. You need to do what?
Should we rewrite the things that we wrote depend on this instructions?
Should you, are you ready to give a talk again? Yeah, you give it a second time, you mean?
I think I need another minute.
You need to give another try. You need another try. It's okay.
Yeah, I want to write it depending on this instructions.
No problem. I'm going to move to another colleague, then come back to you.
Okay, thank you.
Malik. Malik.
So I'm discussing letter D.
Okay.
So shopping is hard work. I personally, in my point of view, I really don't think it's a hard work. Like when you have when you know what are you going to shopping, when are you going shopping for, it's not like hard or anything. But I can see it can be hard when you have limited budget and there's too many choices. So like you are buying a mug, so you go to your shopping mall or like a market where it sells mug or whatever. So you see too many options, but you have limited budget. So you can be like hard to think what are you going to choose.
Okay, give explanations and examples. Malik, have you finished?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, Malik. I just next time we need just more. I need you just to put more ideas in your discussion, because aim at least 1 minute and a half in an exchange on ideas.
Okay.
Other guys,
Yusuf also.
Yusuf, we listen to you a lot. I need other participants, please. Muhammad Tamer, we haven't heard your voice yet. Muhammad Tamer. Let's take Noor. Noor, ready? Anisa.
Okay. I'll talking about shopping on internet is a great thing.
Yeah. Go ahead, Ed.
I will express my point of view. Okay, internet shopping is a great thing. In my view, it has revolutionized the way we consume products. There are three main reasons why I support this view. First one, convenience. It saves time, especially for busy students like us, as we can shop from anywhere at any time. Also, variety. It gives us access to global markets like Zara, LV, and their products that might not be available in our local area. Also, price comparison. We can easily compare prices across different platforms to get the best deals. Um, it seems to me that while it's great, it requires awareness. Sometimes we may overspend or face delivery issues. In conclusion, online shopping is a double-edged sword, but if you use correctly, it's undoubtedly a great convenience for modern life.
Great job. Yes, your speech is well structured, and you maintain the cohesion and coherence in your speech. And these are one of the main criteria of scoring well in Ielts speaking. That's a good. But my advice for you here, you wanted to use a strong academic word, although you are not sure of it. That in fact may affect badly your score. So if there is a word which you are not sure of it, do not use it. I mean here the word you want to say revolutionized, something like that. You wanted to say the word which was revolutionized, I think.
Yes, revolutionized.
Okay. Revolutionized. Oh, sorry, I got it wrong. Sorry, I'm sorry. Revolutionized. I hear that revolutionized, or I thought you are making up a new word just to sound like academic. If you used the word revolutionized, that's perfectly correct. No problem with it.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Revolutionized, not
revolutionized is okay. Yes.
Okay, it's not a big problem, but inshallah, I will trying to modify my pronunciation.
Your pronunciation is good, by the way. No problem with your pronunciation. Here, I discussed with you once before the difference between the accent and pronunciation. There's a difference between accent and pronunciation. Your pronunciation is good because you pronounce a word in the right way, and there's no any kind of mispronunciation in words. The way you pronounce the word, we can get your point and we understand the word you say, no problem with that. But if you are talking about the accent, yes, it's okay. If you would like to work on your accent, you can work on it, but it's not. Accent is not one of the criterias of judging your speech in Ielts. They do not judge your speech in Ielts upon accent.
Okay.
So
but to look more nature, I want to modify, yes, to look more natural.
The best way to develop your accent is to do what we call shadowing of native speakers.
Yes, you can find it on YouTube.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
After my university exams, I'm planning to do it, inshallah.
Inshallah. Okay, other guys, who else would like to take part here?
I'm ready.
Shahd?
Yes.
Okay, Shahd, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna discuss about shopping is a hard work.
Yeah.
Okay, so personally, this is my point of view. I don't think if someone agree with me. So I think shopping is really not as easy as people think, because it needs we're gonna spend and waste a lot of time and a lot of money on a day that we don't know if we're gonna get back home having buying something or not. So I don't think that it takes a lot of time because we have to visit different stores, try many pieces, compare the prices, and look for the good quality that suits us. And we also need to make sure to choose the right size, and that lead to trying different pieces, the same piece but with different sizes to have the same size, the good size, and that wastes a lot of time. And personally, I don't like this part from shopping. Shopping requires actually a lot of attention and the patience. In my opinion, I think people have, like, now I'm gonna talk about the people who found anything and they feel that, oh, I need it or I like it, and they just buy it. I think they need to spend their money wisely on the thing that they just need, because now they bought something that they don't need. Later, they're gonna see something that they really need, and they won't be having that much of money because they wasted on stupid things. So I think they need to save the money and time in buying things wisely and not to do shopping a lot of time, because this is gonna waste a lot of time of your life that you might spend this time on something that is gonna get benefit to you for like taking courses or improving yourself generally. So I'm not from the people who prefer shopping, actually. That's why I don't like it. Yes.
Perfect. Thank you very much for that talk. Yes, thank you very much. Yes, you're doing a great job, in fact.
Thank you.
Okay, now we move on to the following unit 4. We'll move on to the following lesson for education. We'll talk about education. We discussed education in this unit. Let's look at the picture here. Would you describe the situation in the photo as tutorial, seminar, or a lecture? What is the difference? In other words, what is the difference between tutorial, seminar, and a lecture? What do you see in the picture? Do you think what you see in the picture is that a tutorial or a seminar or lecture? And what is the difference between the three words?
Can I say the difference?
Okay, what's the difference between tutorial, seminar, and a lecture?
A tutorial is basically mostly a video teaching you how to do stuff.
Yes.
For example, how to turn pencils into needles or something. And a lecture is without summary. It's just you hear one or two people discussing a topic to the crowd. You could ask questions, but in a tutorial you cannot do that, and the tutorial is summarized. A seminar on the other.
For tutorials, yes, as you have just put it, for tutorials, like when someone is showing you how to do something, or when someone is giving you like a private lesson, like a tutor. Tutor is a private teacher who is teaching one or two people, or a person who is showing you how to do something. That's a tutorial. For a lecture here, you usually listen to one speaker. The speaker, there is audience listening to one speaker. The speaker is lecturing them, and they're listening to him. That's like what we have in most of the universities. That's a lecture. What about a seminar?
It's like a course.
Group discussion on specific
Yes,
topic, maybe.
yeah, seminar is like a group discussion, like a group of people discussing something. Discussing an idea and a thesis or whatever.
Yes.
Which of the three modes of teaching do you think is the best way of learning? Which of the three modes of teaching do you think is the best way of learning? Think about that.
I think seminar.
Because
everyone is going to give you points for you.
Let's listen to Anissa first, then I listen to Shahid. Anissa, go ahead.
Okay, in my opinion, the best mood depends on the learning goals and the learners themselves. Because lectures are great for getting, for example, an overview. Seminars are better for experimenting ideas, for example, and tutorials best for deep understanding.
Yes. Which one is the best for you personally? Which one do you prefer?
Personally, tutorials. Because I love deep understanding.
You'd like to learn something to the depth.
You know, I think it's depend on the thing that we need to learn.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I said learning goals.
Yeah, learning goals. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I just thought I prefer the three of them, but each one is for a specific something.
Yeah, for a specific purpose. Yes.
Yeah, but personally.
Can you elaborate on that? Yeah?
What?
Can you elaborate on that? You say each mode is used for a specific purpose, and I need you to elaborate.
Mister, I have a question.
Muhammad Tamer, okay, go ahead. What's your question?
You meant by the three ways that every way is supposed to be used in a specific situation, but in the general, what is the best way to be used in general?
Anyway, more or less, my point here is to discuss and to develop your fluency of speaking. So I'm welcoming any input from you, whether you
So
talk
it's
personally, whether you prefer something, whether you would like to talk in general, or that's a kind of developing fluency of speech.
so it's an opinion.
Yeah, so if you'd like to share your opinion, it's okay. This is a speech or a speaking exercise. Speaking exercise, it's just a kind of developing fluency. I come back to Shahd. Shahd, can you elaborate or draw on how each, you said each one is used for a specific purpose. Can you give more details about that?
Okay, so for the tutorial one, I think I will use it when I want to learn something that needs steps. So I need a tutorial for this thing. But when a seminar, when I need to discuss and have a conversation with someone, and we need to discuss about a basic, like a specific topic, I think we need to hear all the point of views of the people they are hearing or they are sharing or participating the seminar. For the lectures, I think that's the way we use it in the universities, which we listen only to the lecturer. So we hear his point of view because he's wiser than us and he have more experience. So we listen to him, and then in the last of the session, we gonna hear he's gonna hear our point of view, or if we gonna ask him some things. So that way, I think that each one has a specific use.
Okay, good. Okay, now we move to letter C, which is what are the differences or similarities between teaching in universities in your home country and other parts of the world like the UK? Again, think about the differences between the teaching modes in your home country and Western countries like UK or US. What do you think?
Can I begin?
Okay, Yusuf, you have a minute to share your thoughts. Yusuf, okay, go ahead. Make your point in 1 minute. Yusuf, you are muted. Okay. Who else? The question
Okay,
is
can
that Anisa, okay.
Okay, teaching in my home country, Palestine, often relies heavily on large-scale lectures. In contrast, universities in the UK emphasize more interactive sessions like tutorials and seminars, which encourage students to think critically and participate actively.
Good, yes, yes.
I was speaking.
Yes.
Did you hear me? Because I found myself muted.
Okay, Yusuf.
All right.
Go ahead.
So the US and UK generally offer more scholarships because of a better economy that they have control over. But rather in Egypt, not everyone gets scholarships, but rather it's the top of the top. But in the UK and US, these countries, which are still first world countries, offer a lot of
Okay.
they offer a lot of scholarships, but student debts carry on in the US, while education in the UK is completely free.
Yes. Okay, thank you very much for that, but you were a little bit off the topic because you talked about scholarships in US and scholarships in Egypt, and this is not the main focus of the question. The main focus was the differences in teaching modes and what happens in universities here and what happens in universities there. Teaching modes. It was not about scholarships, but anyway, thank you very much for your input. For listening, let's do that kind of exercise. Exercise 2 here, we are going to read each sentence and fill in the blank using a word from this table. We are going to fill in the blanks using a word from the words in the table here. I need Noor. Noor, can you just read aloud the words here in this table? Can you simply read aloud these words? Noor is not ready. Ala.
Requirements,
Requirements.
analysis,
Analysis.
criteria,
Analysis. Analysis. Analysis, not analyzes. Okay, analysis. Analyze is the verb. The verb is analyze, but the noun is analysis. Criteria. Go on, yes.
Criteria. Dissertation.
Dissertation. The dissertation. Do you know dissertation? Who knows dissertation, guys? The dissertation. What's that? When you come to do, when you would like to get an MA, you will need to offer or submit a dissertation so that you can get your MA, which is a postgraduate degree.
Like the thesis?
Yes, it is. Dissertation, it's like it.
Okay.
Essay? Essay,
Evaluation.
yes. Essay, evaluation.
Module.
Module.
Paper.
Paper.
Portfolio.
Portfolio and
program.
Program. Okay. For the first sentence here, Shahd, can you read aloud letter E and choose the right word in order?
In order to study photography, you have to fulfill the course requirements.
Yes, the course requirements. To fulfill the course requirements, can we underline the verb used with the noun? The verb here, fulfill, and the word requirements, the course requirements. Okay, thanks. In order to study photography, you have to fulfill the course requirements, which include a foundation qualification in art. Foundation qualification in art. What we are doing right now is we are learning academic vocabulary to be used in the context of education, or to express ourselves when we talk about something related to education. Okay, I'll have Malik. Can you read letter B and choose the right answer? Malik.
Many people fail at medicine due to the difficulty of meeting the assessment.
Assessment what?
Criteria.
Criteria, yes, we say assessment criteria. And what's the verb used here with assessment criteria? Meet.
Meet.
You need to meet the assessment criteria to pass. And for letter A, it was fulfill the requirements of a course. For the second one, meet the assessment criteria. For letter C, let's have Muhammad Tam. Muhammad, yes.
I'm here.
Okay, go ahead with letter C.
Letter C. The most major students enroll on part-time. Maybe the I can't really figure it right now.
Okay, we enroll on a program. We enroll on a program, a part-time program. Most mature students enroll on a part-time program.
Okay.
Okay, let's have Mayar. Letter D.
Okay. At the start of each academic year, students choose which course they will take.
At the start of each academic year, students choose which core analysis. No, it's not core analysis. At the start of the academic year, you choose the modules, the core module. It's like the curriculum. What's the word used, or what's the verb used with module?
Choose.
Choose a module or take a module. It's okay to use a choose, but the verb used here in this sentence is take. I'm going to take a specific module. Okay, for Ala.
Can I answer you?
Anissa, okay. Anissa, okay. Let's have Ala doing letter E and Anissa doing letter F.
As part of their jobs, many lecturers are expected to submit at least one academic paper per year.
Yes, for letter E it will be already academic paper. Yeah. You and what's the verb used here?
Submit.
Yes, you submit an academic paper. Submit academic paper. Yes. Okay, Anissa.
Okay, students on the fine art program are required to present a portfolio of their work. Present a portfolio.
Present of their work, a portfolio. Yes. We write portfolio here. Portfolio. Okay, Anissa, in fact, here you made pronunciation mistake here when you pronounce this word present. Because present that's a noun. If it's pronounced as a noun, we pronounce it present as you pronounce that. But if it's used as a verb, like in this context, the stress falls on the second part. Yes, present. Present a portfolio. Yeah.
Okay.
So that is the difference
Okay,
between
sorry
the
for
action
that.
and pronunciation. The present a portfolio. It's fine. Mayar.
Okay.
For letter G. Mayar.
Okay. After collecting your data, you will need to carry out an in-depth of it.
Carry out an in-depth.
Can I see the words? In-depth.
Who knows? We carry out an in-depth analysis. We carry out an in-depth analysis. Learn the phrase with its right verb. Carry out an in-depth analysis. Okay. To get good marks, students should show they are capable of making critical of the literature. Critical what? Make critical of the literature. Who knows? Shahd.
Yes.
What do you think for letter H?
H.
Yes, H.
I think, wait. Okay, to get a good mark, students should show they are capable of making a critical evaluation.
Yes, good. Yes, critical evaluation of literature.
Of the literature, yes.
Evaluation. So we learn in this sentence, make an evaluation. We learn make an evaluation of something. For letter I, Yusuf. At the end of the course, each student must submit a 4,000 word long.
Show me the words so I have a better context, because I think I know the word, but I may be wrong. So show me.
I told you guys several times to have a soft or hard copy of the material here because I need to use my screen. Anyway, these are the words.
Paper. It's paper.
Submit a 4,000 word long.
Paper.
We already chose paper before, but here a 4,000 word essay.
Maybe.
But essay doesn't exist, so paper.
Essay is not doesn't exist. How
I think it doesn't.
That's the word essay. It's there.
Oh, but paper can serve both meanings, right?
Yeah, but you can also submit a paper. Yes. So here we learn submit an essay or specific word count essay. After you have submitted your MA, we will have to wait about 4 months for your final grade. MA,
dissertation?
Yes, dissertation, yes. Submit your dissertation. Submit your MA dissertation. You will have to wait about 4 months for your final grade. Okay. For exercise 4, the steps below give details of how to prepare a piece of written work as part of a course. Work with another student, put the stages from A till G or through G in logical order. If you are going to submit like a paper or something like that, what is the logical order of these steps? What is the logical order of these steps? Do you start with presenting an analysis of the data, or do you start with including a bibliography or describe the methods used for collecting data? Which one comes first? What do you think?
Stating your aims and
Who is doing MA? Who is doing MA right now? Is there any person doing MA right now, or postgraduate studies, or even graduation project? You haven't reached that. Okay.
I mostly need stuff for my portfolio, but I'm not working on that right now.
Okay, these steps you will need to learn if you consider doing MA or submitting like a research, doing research or something related to this academic field of work. You will need to learn these steps here. First, you set out your hypothesis and explain your terms of experience. That comes number one. The first thing you write down in your research paper or academic paper is to set out your hypothesis and explain your terms of reference. That's number one. What comes second?
State your aims and
You are
objectives.
going to
state your aims and objectives?
that comes second. After setting out your hypothesis and explain your terms of the reference, you are going to state your aims and objectives. That's the second step. What's the third step?
Provide a survey of existing.
The third step, you will provide a survey of existing literature. You will provide a survey of existing literature. What's the meaning of literature here in this context? What does the word literature mean in his context?
It's like the writing, like the stuff Shakespeare wrote about. It's literature, poems.
No, that's not the intended meaning here. That's not the intended meaning. It's not literature. It's not that stories and novels of literary people. No.
It's mostly about writing, right? The main meaning is writing.
Literature here means the written work related to the topic or the subject by other researchers. Literature here means the written work submitted before or done before or prepared before by other researchers before you.
All right.
That's the existing literature. Okay, what comes as number 4? What will be the fourth step?
Describe the method used.
Describe the methods used for collecting data. Yes, you will describe the methods used for collecting data. And 5,
present an analysis of
the data.
You will present an analysis of the data. Yeah. And for number 6,
draw conclusions based on your analysis.
Here you will need to draw conclusions on your analysis. You need to draw conclusions. Once you draw conclusion, how will you end your research paper?
Include a
bibliography.
Bibliography. You include bibliography. What's bibliography here?
The references.
Bibliography is quoting or mentioning the people whom you quoted in your research. The name of a
right?
The scientist or researchers, famous scientists or researchers you followed in your research. You quote you have to mention their names. Otherwise, that will be a kind of, they call it when you steal the other people's work. It's what they call it in English. I forget the words. It was there in my mind.
Plagiarism.
Plagiarism, yes. Right. That's it. Thank you. Yes, that's it, Yusuf. Yes. If you do not mention the people who preceded you in doing that, that will be considered plagiarism. So at the end, you have to include the bibliography. These are the steps of submitting an academic paper or doing a research in an academic way. The statement from A to G below were made by students about courses they are taking. Complete the sentence with a feature from the list. We still need to fill in the blanks with a word from the table there. The tutor provide you with a before the course. What do you think? The tutor, what will the tutor provide you with before the course? Who knows the answer? Before the course.
Background reading list.
Yes, they provide you with background reading list. Background reading list. Background reading list before the course. As part of our assessment, we have to plan and carry out what?
A research project?
Yes, carry out a research project. It's a very flexible program. We have very
easy tutors.
Flexible means easygoing tutors. Yes, easygoing tutors. Easygoing tutors.
Yeah.
It can get very stressful. We are assessed by stressful.
Ongoing assessment.
You are assessed by
ongoing assessment.
But ongoing will not be stressful because they will have another chance for the ongoing.
Deadlines.
Stressful here most probably will be end of the year examination. That will be end of the year examination because you do not have a second chance. That will make it a kind of stressful for you. Okay, coursework has really fixed. You can get fix what?
Deadlines.
Deadlines, yes, deadlines. You can get
extensions.
Extensions.
Is it extensions or extensions?
You cannot extend. You cannot extend your due time of submitting a certain paper or a certain assignment beyond the right time or the due time.
Okay, because I hear people say it extension.
Extensions.
Yeah. I know it's extension, but some people I hear them they pronounce it as.
Because in other words, this that syllable can be pronounced like vision.
I know a lot about linguistics. Yes. It started in a Germanic root about the word extend, and slowly it changed meaning over time, and it changed until modern English came and turned it into extension. But in one of the old types of English, like medieval English, when while was whilst, extension was in extension. There are multiple different types of English, and linguistics constantly evolve.
Thank you very much for your input, but let's be more focused. Anyway, for the word SION, that gens, in some words it's pronounced gens like visions, and in other words it's shan like this word extension. For letter F, everyone gets if they are experiencing difficulties.
Individual tuition.
Tuition. Individual tuition, yes. Individual tuitions. The course is marked by
ongoing assessment.
The course is marked by, yes, the course is marked by ongoing assessment of written work. Okay, and I spent a lot of time doing in a laboratory. Doing what?
Practical work.
Practical work.
Yes,
Laboratory.
practical work. It's mostly it will all be useful for my career.
Vocational content.
Yeah, vocational content. What's a vocational? What does the word vocational mean? What's a vocational, guys?
I don't know. You tell me.
Who knows? Nobody knows the meaning of vocational?
Like
vocational means related to the profession you are doing. Vocational like a practical training, to the profession you are doing. If you are, suppose that you are studying mechanics, if you go to the workshop itself and you work on reality and the practical kind of content and you experience that kind of thing yourself in the workshop, that's vocational training. So vocational means related to the profession you are doing in reality. It is the opposite of classroom content. There are regular in which people take turns to make presentations.
Weekly seminar.
Yeah, will be weekly seminars. Weekly seminars, yes. Weekly seminars, yes. Okay, so moving on. Which statement would attract you to take a course and which would put you off? Looking back at these statements here, which one will encourage you to take the course and which one will put you off that course? Which one would encourage you the most? Is it the teacher provide you with a background reading list? Is that everyone gets individual tuition? Which one would attract you to the course most? Who would like to share? So it's
me. Me.
Yusuf, Yusuf. Go ahead.
I think that it's definitely individual tuition because people who are experiencing difficulty sometimes cannot pay for university in total. So when you ease it up for them, it could make more people attend your university and give it a better reputation. So it's definitely there.
Okay, and which one would you put you off of a course?
Off of a course?
Yeah, put you off. Yeah.
Fixed deadlines because I hate when there is a deadline and someone extends it just for people who did not do the homework on time. Like it's their problem, not mine. Like, they're not equal to the people who did it in time and actually stayed up late and now have a splitting headache in the morning.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Other guys, what would you like to say? Who else would like to participate here?
Can I?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I think the thing that gonna encourage me to take this seminar, for example, it's that it's mostly vocational content because I think it is stuck in the mind faster than the practical ones because you're gonna do it, and if you did something wrong, they gonna be on your head. They just gonna make it right. But the things that I don't like, I'm gonna be with Yusuf on the same page, which is the course has really fixed deadlines because sometimes there is missed things that could happen and we can't control it, so that we may be late on the deadline. So I think they have to give us excuses or a chances to do it.
Great, thanks a lot. Other guys? ميار, آلاء, أنيسة, محمد, مالك.
بص ما فيش إلا يوسف والاثنين.
What?
I am here.
محمد تامر, okay. محمد, go ahead.
Which question?
Which of these things would encourage you or attract you to a course, and which would put you off of a course?
maybe the deadlines, if the deadlines are 4, I will be completely relaxed about having my time to do the project.
Okay, and which one would attract you to the course?
Maybe the individual rotation, because I like to be in a private place.
Okay, guys, thank you very much. By now, we come to the end of our session because it's almost 1 o'clock. But before you go, I'm going to give you your homework, your speaking homework. You will move on forward till exercise 10, I believe. Yes, exercise 10. Exercise 10, that's your homework. Describe a person you know who has helped you in some way. It may be a teacher in the past, maybe, or any other person. You should say how you know this person, what ability this person has, how this person helped you, and explain how this. Just let me explain everything. Then I listen to your question, Yusuf. Okay. So again, this is your homework. You're going to give a speech about this topic. And I expect 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Your speech should be like 2 minutes speech. Okay. What's your question, Yusuf?
Okay, so basically, when you told us about the homework, I know that the speaking homework we will have to write stuff down and speak. But does the homework get reviewed in the session like when we did today? Is that the homework we where we speak up in the session about what we think?
Okay, for the speaking homework, I prefer you record yourself speaking the way you do and send it to the WhatsApp group. I listen to it.
I always do the videos, so
But
can
for
we
the
do that
written
in the
notes,
session?
it's for the written notes you take or write down notes just to help you give better speech. It's only a kind of practice for you. But for a test like that, for assignment like that, I expect you record yourself speaking for 2 minutes and send your recording for me.
Okay. So if we do it in the session, it won't count?
Okay, you don't want to do it at home?
Because I have multiple other questions. I can
Fine.
do it at home, but I have multiple other courses as well.
It's okay, no problem. No problem.
But also, what is you started giving us a homework from the book like last session, or you gave us before? Because you gave us this to look at in the first session, and I remember you saying that you look at these are the questions. If you want to revise your answers, you can revise, but you
That was
started
for the
giving us.
listening. It was for the listening. It was the listening
Okay,
exercise, not speaking. For the speaking,
okay.
you have to speak. But for the listening, yes, I sent you the material, and I'm going to send you the material of today. Yes.
Okay. So we started having homework from the book you give us from last session, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So I will send the last session's homework and this session's homework, right?
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. No problem.
See ya. Okay, see ya.
Bye bye.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are we supposed to send the homework? Because we already
It's a kind
discussed
of
it
following,
in
it's a kind of following up just to know that you are studying with me. It's
okay,
not a kind
because
of giving more grades or not, but it's just, if you have a certain plan and you're sticking to it, you will get the most benefit of the course. But if you are lazy doing the tasks here, you will know the tasks will like accumulate on you and or pile up, and you feel yourself a kind of lost. You will not get the
not
most.
about laziness. It's about that we discussed it already in the session. So I don't feel like we are needed to, because I
No,
have never sent it on the group WhatsApp.
no problem for you, Shahid, because you have good fluency and good command of English, so it's okay. But I'm just giving chance for the other people to develop their fluency.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, bye bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye bye. See you next.
Bye.